What's up, my friends? Welcome to the Live Wide Open podcast. I'm your host, Randy B. Ramirez, also known as Wide Open Randy, and I'm here to serve anyone who's looking to level up from their current situation. This show is dedicated to helping raise the bar for all the motorsport enthusiasts out there, those who want more out of life, those who want to do more, those who want to be more, those who love the thrill, the joy, and the connection of what these high performance engines bring into our lives. Because holding it wide open, it's just what we do. Being a good fucking person is who we are, and living our lives to the fullest is the lifestyle that we choose. Man, today we're going to be talking about men's mental health. And if you didn't know, let me be the first one to tell you that June is Men's Mental Health Month. So today we're going to be diving into men's mental health because it's June. And I like to throw this out there. Not only should you address this month being June, but you should address this every month. You should address this every week. You should address this on a daily basis to see how are you doing up here mentally, internally, so that you can perform at your fucking best level, man. It really is. You got to be able to analyze. You got to be able to look inward. Like I don't know if you've ever heard the saying, you can't read the label from inside the jar. Well, if you're not able to analyze and pull yourself out and see how you're doing internally, then you're always going to be leaving some on the table. You're always going to be, feeling like you could do more and be more, but you just don't know how to, or you don't know what's going on. It's typically because we're not addressing our mental health issues, man. And I just want to throw that out there because I feel like this topic, man, this mental health topic, especially when it comes to men's mental health, is a topic that many men don't like to talk about, man. And us, especially being motorsport enthusiasts, man, I feel like this community wants to talk about it even less. Like I feel like when I talk with my motorsport buddies about what mental health is like, they touch very lightly on it, but they don't like to go deep in it, man. And it's something that I think that it's an issue that we all should come and address and come together, man. And so, like, for me, riding my motorcycle or like driving even my race cars, like those are both forms of providing support for my mental well-being. And you probably feel the same. Like, but you never really correlated the two on just like I did in the past. Like I never really thought about how taking care of my mental well-being would relate to riding my motorcycle or doing something that I really enjoy and love. Um, but it does. It really does. So first, let's really kind of cover and let's understand like mental health. And like definitely today we're talking about men's mental health, but let's talk about mental health in general, right? So mental health in simple terms, it's about how we think, how we feel, and really how we act on our daily lives. It includes our emotional well-being, how we handle our stress, how we relate to others, and really how we make choices like in our day-to-day. And so just like we take care of our bodies to stay in like physical, healthy shape, we need to take care of our minds so that we can stay mentally healthy, right? It's not about just being physically healthy, it's about also being mentally healthy. And I would go to say that mentally healthy is even more important than being physically healthy, even though they both should go hand in hand. Like mental health is as important really as physical health because they are deeply connected and they're both crucial for our overall well-being. Like just like physical health issues can prevent us from doing daily activities, having poor mental health can make it hard for you to think clearly. It can make it hard for you to manage your stress, and it can make it hard for you to maintain fucking good relationships in your life. Like mental health problems can and they will lead to physical symptoms like headaches. They can lead to symptoms like being tired, fatigued all the time, and even like having some stomach issues. Like I didn't really know that was related, but it is a thing. And like equally, physical health problems can really lead to mental health issues like anxiety and depression. Like good mental health helps us focus. It makes us make good decisions and it helps us perform well in our jobs and our hobbies, right? And so in motorsport, just like probably any other field, staying mentally sharp, it's crucial for us to have peak performance. It's crucial for us to stay safe. It's crucial for us to really be effective in the things that we're doing. And so mental health, it really just affects how we enjoy life. Even if someone is physically healthy, poor mental health can make life feel difficult and overwhelming. And for a long time, man, I didn't correlate those two. And they really go hand in hand together. Like studies show that people with good mental health, they tend to live longer and they actually have healthier lives since they're better able to manage stress and they're able to really just avoid unhealthy behaviors. Like taking care of our mental health is key to living a balanced and fulfilling life. Like mental health is like it's like maintenance in our race car's engine. Like if we don't give maintenance to our race car's engine, like the maintenance that it needs, over time the performance is going to start to is going to start to deteriorate, right? And the performance is going to start to just getting more shitty and shitty and shitty, and eventually if you don't take care of it and if you don't maintenance it, that engine, race car engine, is just going to blow up. And so our mental well-being is the same. If we don't take care of it, if we don't maintenance it, if we don't make sure that it's doing good, it's going to affect us and every aspect of our lives. It really is. And so, I'm all about breaking the stereotype. Like I fucking mentioned that thing on my outro. I feel like that's how I live my life now. I'm really out to break the stereotype that society has over us, that just because we like to do crazy things doesn't mean that we're crazy people. We're actually very good, hardworking individuals with high characters, high work, high ethics, high just a perspective on life, right? And so that's the stereotype that I'm out to break, that we are far better than people think we are. So of course I'm going to talk about breaking the stigma around men's mental health. Like there's this social expectation that you need to be a tough guy, like, and that seeking help for our mental health is something that would make us weak. But that is so far from the fucking truth, man. Because a strong guy is mentally fit guy. Like a strong guy, I'll say it again. A strong guy is a mentally fit guy. And if you ain't willing to be mentally fit, then it's important for you to get the help that you need. Like if you feel that you are not mentally fit, it's really important for you, my friends, to get the help that you need. Because like society often expects men to be strong, and not often, like actually probably all the fucking time they expect us men to like be strong and to be self-reliant and then to have like unemotional attachment to anything and to just be fearless, right? But this pressure, what happens is it makes us men feel like we need to handle all the problems like without showing any vulnerability. And that's just not true. Like many men worry that admitting to mental health struggles will lead to judgment, and then what happens when people judge, they also laugh. And so what happens is that ends up bringing fear, and men think that can be seen as weak or being less capable. We're saying as a result, it fucking prevents us from even opening up in the first place. And so fucking it's whack because it's like a whole vicious cycle. And so traditional masculine norms, they often discourage men to really express their emotions. They like phrases like, oh, man up, or boys don't cry. They really reinforce the idea that showing emotion is a sign of weakness. And that is not fucking true, man. So as a result, what happens is that there are fewer public examples of men opening up and like discussing their mental health issues because fucking society just says, oh, man up. Oh, boys don't cry. Oh, men don't cry. But that's so fucking whack. That really is. And so with that, when what happens is that when fewer public examples exist, without having role models to really show that it's okay to seek help, many men don't even realize that it's normal and healthy to actually take those steps to fucking get out of that holding and get out of that mental slump that you're in. Like it's not normal to be like that. And it's okay to want to get out of it. It's actually more than okay. It's fucking needed to want to get out of it. Why would you want to stay in that situation? Like some men, they even believe that like they're going to therapy or search or like seeking counseling is only good for like people with severe problems. But they don't realize that these resources can really help tremendously with everyday stress and our emotional well-being. Or man, if you don't even want to go to a therapist or seek counseling, just talk with a coach or talk with a friend, talk with someone that's close to you, someone that's willing to listen, man. And sometimes you just need to get it off your chest. Like many men fear that discussing their mental health will negatively affect their relationship, both in our personal and our professional life, so they end up not doing it. They worry that oh, if they do that, they're gonna lose respect or they're gonna start being treated differently. And like this all comes from us like growing up in environments that discourage us to express ourselves emotionally. Like and then what happens is we grow up in these environments that, oh, we're not supposed to express ourselves emotionally. We're supposed to hide it all in. We're supposed to dig it deep down. Men don't cry. Man the fuck up. Like all that shit, all it does is that it limits our ability as men to really identify our emotions and really want to talk about our feelings. And when we don't do that, it just makes it even harder to seek help because we just trap them deep down, trap them deep down, trap them deep down. And it's fucking really becomes this vicious cycle that needs to be broken, like right fucking now. It really does. And this month being mental health month, better fucking idea than ever to really just dive deep and talk about this shit. That's why it's really important to have open conversations about our mental health and really just redefine that strength to include seeking help and expressing ourselves emotionally. Like, like doing that not only like is it proactive and beneficial to our well-being, to our health, to our mental state, but it's fucking a big ass positive step in that fucking direction to becoming better, to becoming better mentally fit, to becoming better emotionally fit, to be just feeling better. Like it's all about being around people that want better for you. Like, and the reason why I said that is because sometimes you around yourself with people that you start telling them how you feel and they're like, oh fuck, man up, bro. Like, it is what it is. That's not the right environment for you, my friends. I'll say it. I don't give a fuck. Like, you should want to be around people that want to help you improve, want to help you feel better. That see that you're not doing too good. Well, let's fucking help each other evolve. Let's help each other improve. Let's help each other become better. You see, I'm all about being in environments that make us feel safe, environments that make us feel like that it's okay for us men to really discuss our feelings without the fear of being judged or without the fear of people laughing at us about what we're going through. Like, I'm all about empowering ourselves, like to lift ourselves up so that we can become the best version of ourselves, man. Like, if we're not willing to be around people that think like that, and we're never going to really truly evolve, man. So what are some signs that really come up when you're struggling with your mental health? Like, well, common signs and symptoms of mental health issues are for sure going to be changes in our mood. They're going to be changes in our behavior. They're going to be like when you're having difficulty getting enough sleep or you're constantly waking up through the night. Like, we end up feeling sad pretty frequently. Like, we'll feel down, we'll feel empty, or we even have like feel hopeless for like extended periods of time. We end up freaking developing anxiety out of nowhere. And what happens is that when we end up like developing this anxiety out of nowhere, we end up fucking worrying about things all the time. And we even have fear or panic about everyday situations that normally wouldn't fucking faze us. Like, we'll have like extreme mood swings. We'll go from like feeling high energy to like extreme sadness, like extreme deep sadness. Like, this shit is not normal. And like, we can even, and this one happens really frequently, like you can start get irritated about like, and when I say irritated, you can start feeling angry, you'll start feeling frustrated, or even start feeling like agitated over the stupidest, smallest, meaningful shit, man. And so pay attention to these signs, right? And so some symptoms, like all these symptoms that I mentioned, and there's so many more, but those are like really common symptoms, like they'll affect our capacity as motorsport enthusiasts, but not only as motorsport enthusiasts. Like, let's put that, like, yeah, we're all together on that aspect of things, but they also affect us in our entire daily lives. Like, when we experience those symptoms and we're going through like a mental slump, and we're not mentally healthy. Like, what end up happening is that we have decreased performances. Like, and like, it could be in a race that you're in, it could be in a training session that you're in, and for sure it's going to show up in at your work, in your work environment. It's going to affect you how you're performing. It's going to affect you how you show up, and it's going to give you, like, it's going to cause you to have a lack of focus, and then you're going to have difficulty concentrating as a result of that lack of focus, man. We even start losing interest and really wanting to improve and do better, and we think that we will never be able to get out of those situations. And so then what happens, even when that process goes through that, and we even start to isolate ourselves because we don't want to spend time with no one, and all we want to do is being alone. And so we get stuck in this fucking cycle of just, you know, being in this mental slump. And so if you start to notice these symptoms, or like if you start to see these symptoms in anyone, I want you to take action, like right away, right now, my brothers. Like, know that you have the power to get out of this situation. Like, talk to someone about what's going on. Really talk to someone. Like, you can get out of this. You will get out of this. It's not like I feel like when we're in those current situations, it feels like we will never get out of it. It feels like we're having the worst days of our life. It feels like 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 the whole world is falling on top of us, and all we gotta do is just talk. All we gotta do is express ourselves. All we gotta do is be willing to seek help. Like, don't be ashamed to go talk to someone. Don't be ashamed to seek help. Like, be ashamed of not seeking help and staying in that shitty ass place that you're in. Like, it's like Steve Harvey says, if you're going through hell, why would you stop? Keep fucking going. Know that seeking help is a sign of strength, never a sign of weakness. And so, here are a couple strategies. I dropped my pointer right there at my outline that I have. So here's a I'm gonna get real quick. So here are a couple strategies that you can implement really to start like feeling better. Here's a couple strategies that you can start to just ASAP start fucking like hitting them like today when you're hearing this episode that will really help you elevate your mental well-being. Like, first and foremost, this one fucking works for all symptoms. Like, and I made an episode about it not too long ago. Exercise. Like, really, exercise is the fucking cure all. Like, get yourself on a regular exercise routine. Like, every day, go for a walk, go for a run, go for a jog, go for a swim, do something, go pump some iron. Like, get your fucking heart pumping hard and get your blood flowing. Like, get it going, get your body moving. Like, this is important for you. Do something that you have to physically move your body every single day, and you will start to feel better. I promise you. Like, it will be hard to show up for yourself, but when you show up for yourself and you get through and you fucking finish with that exercise, when that workout is done, you will fucking feel way better. I promise you that, right? And so, say no to eating like crap. Like, I'm gonna say that one because what happens is that usually the first thing that we do when we're feeling like crap is we start to numb ourselves with all this crappy food from the emotions that we're feeling, right? And so then what ends up happening is that, yeah, we might feel good at the moment from stuffing our face with all this fucking junk food and all this fucking crappy food, but after a while, you end up feeling way worse than you did, right? So get yourself on a healthy eating routine. And also, make sure that you get enough sleep. Like, I used to be praised by the words, "Oh, I'll sleep when I die." Like, grind. And now, then more than ever, I find it more important for me to get enough rest, get enough sleep. Like, minimum 6 hours, but I usually try to shoot for 7, maybe even 8. Um, Getting enough sleep is really, really important. And I used to never think that, but it really is. And I guess as I'm getting older, I'm really seeing the effects of the lack of sleep and its tendency to cause fogginess in your brain, to really like to not help you perform at your best levels. So make sure that you're getting enough sleep, man. Also for me is meditation. I'm a big guy in meditation. I have probably close to already now 17,000 minutes tracked in meditation. Like, and this shit helps in major ways. Like, so most definitely I'm gonna fucking recommend for you to take some meditation. Start with 5 minutes, start with 3 minutes. Just take some time to really get in tune with your senses. Like, with your, what do you like, or you have your eyes closed, but what do you hear? What do you feel? Like, get your mind to a place where it's free. Get your mind from a place from all these anxious thoughts. Get your mind to a place where you're literally working out your mind. Like, people think that meditating is all about just closing your eyes and like not thinking about anything. But the reality is that when you close your eyes, like, the thoughts start processing, they start racing, and you start to try to not really think about nothing, but it's like a muscle that you need to flex. It really is. So when you meditate, you got to flex not thinking about things. Because there's many times that I'm meditating and I'm just like, okay, I'm doing good. And bam, these random thoughts coming in and I go into on this rabbit hole and I go another thought and another thought and another thought. And before I know, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And so meditating is really like flexing that mental muscle. I highly recommend it. Start light, start with 3 minutes, then go to 5. Right now I'm doing 20-minute sessions. And I've been doing 20-minute sessions pretty frequently. I actually do it every single day, probably like on a 120-day streak right now. So definitely highly recommend try meditation. Next one, you can definitely take some time to write down your thoughts into a journal. This is something that many people don't do this. Like, and I used to be one of those that I'd never want to journal. I thought it was gay. I don't know what the fuck, but this one has like this self therapeutic thing about it, because like when you start writing, what happens is that your mind just really gives you give your mind the chance to just let it all out, to just let out what you're feeling, let out what you're thinking. And what happens is that it lets it all out because you don't have a fear of anyone judging you, like, because it's just you, the pen, and that piece of paper. So give that shit a try. um, Also, be careful to not overwork yourself during these times. Like, typically when you're going through mental, emotional, it could go two ways. A lot of times for me, I've gone into serious work mode, but, and because I'm, you know, like I'm all about performing well in our careers. I really am. But if you're going through some troubled times, some troubled mental times, I find it that it's a really good idea to help yourself to focus more on yourself. Like, it really is. Like, don't abandon your job. That's not what I'm saying. Like, fucking go put in the work. Make sure that you're doing what you got to do. But then after you're done with your work, make sure you're not overworking yourself. Go do a hobby. Go do something that you really enjoy. Go do something that makes you smile. Go do something that takes your mind um, from the need to work, and just go put yourself in a surrounding environment of something that makes you happy. Like for me, it's riding my motorcycle. That really is what makes me happy. That really is what frees me. I ride my motorcycle, man, and it's like fucking therapeutic nonstop. But maybe for you, it's could be maybe driving your car, or maybe it's go racing your car, or maybe it could be, I don't know, going on your boat or riding your jet ski or whatever it is for you. Like, like do something that makes you happy. Like for me, driving my race car, it definitely makes you happy, but I feel like it's a short lived, because you do pulls and pulls, but it's not as, for me at least, it doesn't work as well as the two wheels riding a motorcycle does. I feel like it's just, that's me personally, but whatever it is for you, find something that really makes you happy. Find something that you enjoy, that can pull your mind away from work. Really just do something that will get your mind into feeling active and get your mind into a good, great mood. Like that will change it up for you. So fellas, yo, if you notice yourself, or if you notice someone around you having any of these signs that we covered today, I want you to take this as direction, take this as your sign, take this as the initiative I'm telling you to address that problem. Like, it's a must that we all come together. It's a must that we all support one another. It's a must that we all help each other thrive. It's a must that we all empower ourselves to do more and to be more. And it's an absolute, without a doubt, a fucking must that we become the best version of ourselves. Yo, and I'm gonna put this out there because I've been through it plenty of times, and I know how it goes. We get stuck in these traps and these mental holes, and we don't want to talk to no one, man, because we think that no one wants to listen and no one is there for us, blah, 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 blah. If you think that you don't have anyone to talk to, never hesitate to reach out, my friends. I'm here for you, dog. Yo, I'm driving the checkered flag deep into the ground, and I'm calling out all the motorsport enthusiasts who want to improve their situation. Let's break free from all the shit that's been holding us back, and let's prove to the world that we're some badass motherfuckers. Those of you who made it to the end of the episode, I want to say that you got yourself a win, man, and I truly appreciate you for investing your valuable time into the Live Wide Open podcast. This movement is called Live Your Life Wide Open, and helping others improve is the mission that God has tasked us with. We are driven individuals. We are working on breaking the fucking stereotype, and we're working on becoming the best that we can be. Join me as we help as many motorsport enthusiasts as possible to create the best lives that we can imagine. Bro, and by any chance, if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that you never miss another episode. You can follow me on my Instagram. My handle is WideOpenRandy. Man, and if you felt any connection to today's message, or if you know anyone that's going through some issues, anyone that could relate to this, please share this on your stories so that more people could really just hear the message, so that more people could see the podcast, so that more people could just help each other out. Because when we do that, what happens is that we truly end up helping each other out. I'll catch up with you guys in the next episode, but till then, live your life wide open, my friends. Peace.